everyone, Sergeant Rock here from BuddhaBellies, bringing you a casted game, Heroes of the Storm. It's going to be on Cursed Hollow, one of my favorite maps of Heroes of the Storm, and we'll get into the different map dynamics in a second. But let's look at the teams. You know, we do this every time. So on the blue team, we do have Falstad, Lily, Chen, Vala, and Zagara. And something a little bit interesting, we do have both pandas on the same team here. So I think that's, you know, I hope they lane together, actually. I haven't seen this game. I don't watch the games first. I look at the length of the game, and I look at the title that the person's given me, because remember, you can submit these to BuddhaBelliesReplays at gmail.com. It's going to be in the description below, so don't worry too much about memorizing that. But when people send me replays, I look at the title, I look at the length, and from then you can tell if it's going to be a decent back and forth game or not. Also, if your game's like 12 minutes, I know it was a super crazy walkover. I know that one team probably had like 50 kills to 5 or something, and the other team was just feeding like crazy. They probably just pushed center lane the whole time, and you won. I'm not going to be inclined to cast those too often. Sometimes they're awesome, so I will. But, you know, this game has a good length. So yeah, if you have replays, send them in. Haven't seen this, but I really want to see Lily and Chen working together there. So that was the blue team. Red team, we have Falstad again. Sergeant Hammer. This is actually the first game I've casted that has Sergeant Hammer. And I haven't played a game with Sergeant Hammer, even in the game, in a very long time. So it would be interesting to see somebody play her. Then Rhaegar, Malfurion, and Zagara. So we'll probably expect to see lots of heals on the red team here, seeing as they have both Rhaegar and Malfurion, two of the better healers in the game. And the top team, not so much. I guess a bit from Lily, but I guess that's all we're going to see from heals. And Chen's going to have massive amounts of heals just from his self-regeneration. But this should be a pretty decent game. So let's go ahead and get this started. So being Cursed Hollows,
prepare yourself,
or you know, I think the coolest part about this map is looking at it. We don't know where the tributes are going to spawn. So for those of you who aren't completely aware of how this map works, is we do have 3 lanes, kind of as is the tradition for MOBAs. And that's where the similarities end. So we have 2 watchtowers, and they seem to be in pretty random spots. Oh, we do have the 2 pandas working together. Oh, that's hilarious. I hope that lasts for a really, really long time. So it seems like it's random, but not quite. It is on a bit of a timer. Tribute spawn, and you need to grab the tributes. When a team has 3 tributes, the other team is cursed. So what that means is their towers no longer shoot. They no longer shoot their cannons, and the minions have 1 hit point each. So if you have any kind of splash, they all just die. So that is what the tribute is. As you can imagine, that is extremely strong. And normally in the fights to get the tributes, you see a hero die or 2, and that means that once a team is cursed, normally they'll have, you know, 1 or 2 of their heroes dead. And that means they can push extremely, extremely hard because the towers essentially don't do anything. So hopefully we'll get to see, you know, some really good pushes off these tributes. And because they're random or seemingly random, you know, they could be here, they could be here. These little stone circles, that's where they'll end up appearing. They don't announce where they're going to be until about 10 or 15 seconds before they appear. So it makes, you know, it makes it very, very interesting, because all of a sudden everyone's got to get over there if you want to take advantage of that. So, alright, so we do have, you know, 1 hero already died on each team, actually. So it's pretty even. They're both sitting at level 4. Now, Sergeant Hammer, because we don't see her a whole lot, she's able to sit back with the towers and be extremely defensive. She pops into siege mode very quickly and is able to get a pretty good range on. So there goes. Tribute's going to be coming down in about 10 seconds right here. Then you can see everyone is starting to run over here. Chen's starting to engage with Rhaegar. Rhaegar has lots of heals, but then again, so does Chen. Not much to worry about. Everyone just kind of posturing up. The tribute has appeared. People are going for it. Chen goes down. Lily looks like she's going to be going down, but she escapes just in time. But Vala does not have the same kind of luck. Zagara is going to go for the tribute. In order to stop this from happening, you just need to deal any kind of damage. So that's what Falstad is trying to do there. but no, they'd already grabbed it. So good job by red team. They're up 1 for tributes, as you can see in the bottom here, and they're up a little bit at level as well. So every little bit matters. Now, the way the timing works is that sometimes one team will have their ultimate by the time, or heroic ability, I should say. I should use the real terminology here. One team will have that available by the time that the second tribute comes down. And what's actually really interesting is that blue team was able to actually get ahead of them. So it looks like they were able to get a bit more experience here, and they hit level 7 before the red team, which is very interesting because they are behind by 2 kills. No one is here at the bottom. There is some experience just kind of being wasted away. But then again, it's on both teams, so it's not a huge tragedy. So, although this is closer to the blue team, we do have the red team being better positioned. And for this map, Sergeant Hammer, she's actually an extremely good addition because she can sit pretty far away from the tribute and deal damage to anyone who wants to grab that tribute. Now, they did take down Rhaegar, which is all the heals gone. Rose is going to run over to Chen, try to take that Sergeant Hammer. Not going to work. Lily's trying to get the tribute. Malfurion does pull it off. And Chen's going to come, give it a little bit of support. Zagara and Vala, they're able to push away Malfurion, I think. But no, Malfurion throws down the ability. He's able to stop Lily again, but Zagara was sneaking it away there. So we are tied up 1-1, and the levels are almost exactly even as well. So looking to be a very good game. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Games back and forth. Right now, nobody's winning. I can't tell you who's going to, have the first curse or what have you. So it's going to make this game much more interesting than it normally would have been. Don't get me wrong. It's not that I'm mad about, the replays where it is an obvious win or a walkover on one team. It's just that it's good to mix it up sometimes. It's good to send me both, I should say, because it's good to mix it up. All right, so another tributes coming down. Red team is already in pretty good positioning. Surprised they aren't trying to get into these bushes. Normally you don't want to try to go for it right away. See, Lily ran in and almost dead. Luckily she's able to heal herself a little bit. Chen didn't notice that it was happening, but it's fine. They push it out of the barrel. Chen with the barrel. He's pushing everyone away from the target. Able to get a kill on Sergeant Hammer. Lily goes down, but it looks like Rhaegar might go down as well. Rumsey tries to grab the direwolf. Wasn't enough. Chen late to the party, but Chen was the party. Holy cow, with that action there. Did lose his fellow panda brethren, or I guess sisterin. Being that Lily is female. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think there's actually a family relation between Chen and Lily, is there not? I think uncle or dad or something like that, but yeah, I think they're related somehow, but I'm not a Warcraft guy. I played Warcraft 1, 2, and 3, but World of Warcraft I never really got into. Alright, so we do have the red team stacking up pretty hard here at the top. They need to run up and grab this tribute, which comes. As you can see, this map is very fast-paced because you're forced to get these tributes all the time. Blue team really wants to get the tributes. Chen goes down, but was a pretty good distraction. Lily goes down. There goes all the healing. We do have the DPS with Vala still here. Looks like Red's going to grab this one. However, Zagara ran in, did pull her ultimate, was able to suck in a hero and killed the Rhaegar, but it didn't matter. The zoning was right. Red team was able to keep the blue team. It's actually very interesting and extremely important on this map. There's lots of little doohickeys in the way, and every MOBA has these. But especially on this map, that if you can zone your opponents right around here, and you're able to get a free hit, especially when they don't have something like a Zeratul or a Nova with their cloak. But Chen runs over the barrels, uses the doohickeys like I was talking about, I guess the doodads or whatever you want to call them on the map there, the features that put up the wall there. Chen uses his barrel to get Falstad stuck against the rocks and wasn't able to escape, so good job for Chen there. Now a tribute happened and I missed it completely. Red team does have all 3 tributes and they're pushing hard. As you can see, this is cursed. This is cursed. These guys all have 1 hit point. They're going to go down extremely quickly with Rhaegar there. And Sergeant Hammer wants to take advantage of that. And I'm surprised blue team isn't pushing more. They're going to they're actually being pushed themselves. This archer with 1 hit point was doing work. Alright, red team's going to try to grab the boss. I don't know if this is a right or wrong way of doing it. Having a boss is extremely good, but the curse only lasts for so long. You want to take advantage of their minions having no health. You know, I probably would have said, hey, let's all stack up on the middle lane or what have you. And push really hard, push as far as you can, because you can grab that boss whenever. Ideally, you'd get the boss as the tribute starting, but you just, time-wise, you're just unable to do that. So, alright, Zagara did go down for the blue team, but we do have a pretty solid push here at the top with, now, Chen is teleporting back. I don't know why. He had a decent amount of mana, lots of health. Okay, he's helping with the boss. No, that makes complete sense now. He's going to be tapping away with the barrel, getting Sergeant Hammer out of there. Oh man, I think that's my favorite ultimate in this game. I think that's my favorite heroic ability. That he's able to just tap him away. He just boop, 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 push them all around. Alright, Zagara's pushing top lanes extremely well, because that's what Zagara does. Red team decides, hey, we're pushing too far, we should probably pull back here. Another tribute, I'm sure, is going to be coming down soon. Falstad wants to get these knights. Probably doesn't want to do it alone. Looks like he's waiting for somebody. He keeps pinging. Saying, hey, you know, let's do this. I want to get these knights. The knights can push really hard. They actually have one of the forts down in mid, and that's extremely good for them. Alright, we do have red team pulling down forts here at the top. Zagara, like I said, extremely good at siege damage, and she should definitely, yeah, both teams have Zagara as her top, as the top dealer there in siege damage. Alright, so red team was able to grab the boss, this big golem. It's almost like the grave golem. He's got tombstones built into his back. I think that's like a stone coffin or something. It's kind of cool looking, really. Alright, tribute happening. Blue team needs this because they're a little bit behind. Not so much in levels, but they didn't get the last curse, so they're going to want to get this one. And it looks like they're just ignoring it. You know, it's okay for them to lose this. If they get it, it's great because they could push on it. If they lose it, the other team still needs another 2. So they could afford to lose it. I guess is the wording that I'm looking for. The red team's going to be pushing here at the top. It is 3-on-3, so I don't think a whole lot is going to happen here. But Malfurion was able to do a lot of damage to Chen here. Chen goes down. Probably wasn't intending to lose that much health that quickly. Chen, when he takes that drink, he gets a bit of a shield, and he's able to tank a lot of damage. I think he was expecting to be able to tank a lot more than what happened there. So, alright, good push here. We do have 3 with a siege giant. Oh, and Zagara pulls everybody in, including a Mutalisk was actually stuck there. Alright, tribute going to happen up here on top. And I don't know what I don't know what Falstad's doing there. But it's perfect because it's distracting the blue team. Lily tries to run and do some damage to, and it worked. Did some damage there. We do have 4 on 2. Zagara's going to go down. Chen just revived and is completely out of the fight. Red team grabs it again. So we do have 2 tributes to 2 tributes. And that is not good for the blue team because they were the first team to get up to 2. There has been 3 uncontested, 4 rather, because it was 2-1. So 4 uncontested tribute grabs here for the red team. But blue team is still tied up with level, which makes me think that, you know, it's not the end of the world for them. Sometimes objectives are everything, and it seems like this team has been able to react well to the pushes being made by the red team, so it's not so bad. Vala, was that the red Vala? No, that was blue Vala. Okay, guys, rule of thumb, do not push past half, which I need to remind you is here. Do not push past half alone, unless, oh, Chen for barrel action. Do not push past half alone unless you are completely aware of where every single hero is on the opposite team. Because if you're here, like Vala was, the only way you can escape is by teleporting out, which you're going to get stopped, by running out, and you have a long way to go, or fighting your way out, and you don't have the opportunity, or you don't have the privilege of choosing your engagements at that point. Remember, MOBAs are all about choosing your engagements. Engage when you can deal the most damage, like blue team just did here. They focused down Rhaegar there. Engage when you know you're going to win, not when it's just convenient. You know, if the lane's empty, that's great, but you don't want to get caught off guard. It's not worth your life. Alright, Blue team is pushing really hard down south here. Falstad's going to fly over to the top, which is probably very smart. Split up the damage a little bit, take advantage of that curse while red team pushes in really far. If they can get rid of this fort and this tower, that means that the minions on the south side are going to walk right into the core. Chen low on health, down he goes. And Zagara, the two Zagaras on both teams actually have been extremely good at, you know, using their mods, being able to pull in with that Nidus, you know, multiple heroes and pull them out of the fight. The damage isn't really that important. It's not that much. But what is important is the ability to just take two heroes out of the fight, which means that your allies can now focus down those that are left. Alright, Zagara, you broke the rule. If you really wanted the tower, as soon as the tower is down, you have to get out of there. You have to, because you know what's coming. The tower isn't worth your life. It's basic stuff here. Remember, this game still doesn't have the patch that's going to add ranked play. When ranked play is a factor, then we're going to have some high-level games where we're going to see less of these mistakes. Now, it doesn't mean I'm only going to cast high-level games. I'll probably cast more high-level games than any other level. I'm going to cough, excuse me. But, you know, I'll be casting some high level, mostly high level, and then some, you know, mid and even some at the low level. But it's little things like that that's going to separate, you know, your bronze from the diamond. Alright, so we do have red team was able to grab their boss again, pushing pretty far in, but because you got three heroes here, and Vol being one of them, now you got all five. They're going to be able to hold off there. We do have knights fighting knights, and Sergeant Hammer is going to try to help, and they definitely did. It looks like all four of the knights are still alive, able to push back to the tower. So tribute spawning. Red team really wants this, because this allows them to get the three that they need. As you can see in the minimap, everyone's running in. Chen's getting here first. Sergeant Hammer setting up the perfect location and able to do the damage, stop the tribute from being grabbed, but Paul is going to start grabbing it again. Zagara with a perfect grab, 3 heroes that time, but it didn't matter. They were able to zone. Like I said, they stopped them right about here. So the blue team was able to grab. Rhaegar goes down, and lots of damage being dealt. Falstad goes down. Malfurion's almost dead. Down he goes. And Chen is surprisingly still alive. He was quite low on health there, and it didn't matter. Sergeant Hammer goes down, and who's left? Zagara. She'll be safe. Sergeant Hammer is right back in the fight again. Alright, we do have a good push on the forts here. Blue is up an entire level now. I think it's the first time in the game that we've actually seen a decent difference when it comes to the experience of the two teams. And dealing lots and lots of damage. Here they go. You might as well start pushing. You do have the siege giants. And you know that 3 of the members of the opposite team are dead. Zagara needs to get back a little bit. Pretty low on health there. Does not want to fight this engagement. Not sure why she stood there. Maybe just want to get her abilities off, then turn around. But yeah, Shen's got a red idea. Play safe and get the tribute. So blue team's going to run back. They already have 2 people here. Red team didn't have a chance. Alright, blue team's gonna be pushing again. There goes Rhaegar on his own. He's not gonna be able to make it out of there alive, I don't think. His heal's working wonders though, and he was able to switch forms and was able to get back with full health thanks to Malfurion there. We do have a 3-on-4 battle here. I don't think much is gonna happen if it looks like everyone's gonna get it. But Rosie decides, hey, time for some barrel fun. Talking to Rosie, he says it's actually kinda hard to control that barrel. Looks like every time he bounces it kind of forces you in another direction, but yo man, that makes my day. Watching that barrel run around there. Oh, that's just awesome. Alright. Rosie was able to mount up, surprisingly. That was right in the middle of the bush there. Alright, tribute spawning. Whoever gets this gets the curse. I can't tell you how fun the barrel is. I think you can, actually. I think you can see it. Alright, down goes Rhaegar. Perfect hero to pull because he is the heals. And Chen was able to take down Falstad. Down goes Rhaegar thanks to the blue team's Falstad. Here comes the curse for them. Blue team is going to be able to push super hard. There are 2 heroes completely down for the red team. And blue team says, hey, let's grab the knights. We can do this quickly. We're high enough level that we can pop in and get it done. The core is at 75% health because they were able to grab everything on the south is gone. Everything at the north is gone. These all the minions are running in, and the core is the one taking the damage. Even the middle lane here, completely open. 0 forts left for the red team. It has been a very back and forth game, but the blue team has had, you know, all the cards on the table for the last little bit. They were the ones that were able to, you know, take advantage of the situation and have the better engagements. Blue team just wants to get all the mercenaries that they can. They don't really care much for the curse. They just want to fill the board with as many things that can deal lots of damage as possible. Here comes the 2 pandas. They're going to run in on the south side, deal some damage, distract the red team while the rest of the blue team is... There comes the barrels again. Holy cow. Oh, excuse me yet again. And Rosie and Lily, because they're both able to... well, Rosie's able to heal himself quite a lot, and Lily is able to heal both. They're lasting much longer than they should be able to. Rhaegar uses his ult to heal up there, and Rosie still doesn't go down. Chen is such a beast. I don't know where blue team is. Oh, there's one flying in. Chen's got to go down. There he goes, and down goes Lily. Lasted a whole lot longer than I thought, especially considering that they were up against 4, if not 5, of the enemy heroes. That took them so long, right? Yeah, it did. Yeah, Chen late game, he's got more hit points than Uther, it seems. Zagara, even though she dies, was able to use her Maw on the healer. It didn't matter much. Blue team is kind of all over the place right now. But it doesn't really matter. Their minions are the ones that are dealing all this damage. Alright, so we don't want the red team to get the tribute. Oh, and here it comes. If the red team gets the tribute, that means that your other team's going to be cursed, which means your minions aren't going to be pushing into the core there. If your minions aren't pushing into the core, you're not dealing with the damage. You need to just that final 6%. And red team has their A game on. They're able to engage very well here. Chen's going to push around with barrel, stops Malfurion, and pushes him halfway across the map. He's making me laugh so hard that I'm coughing. Alright, Chen's just going to be a nuisance, keeping his shields high and his health high. And Zagara, extremely good with these ultimates. Holy cow, Zagara. And down goes Falstad. Lily's just about on the edge of that. Rhaegar is looking to be going down. Where did he go? He's dead. Zagara, a sliver of health on Zagara. Heck, even Malfurion's low on now. And blue team was able to grab that tribute. They might even be able to push here at the bottom, seeing as it's 4-on-3. And they do have their Vala and Zagara. But Falstad wants to grab the golem. Probably means this one here, the boss golem. I think they're able to win on this push if they would commit to it. But it doesn't look like they're going to. Shen might go down. Down he goes, but Malfurion's going to pay that with his life. Even Sergeant Hammer might go down here, but Ball extremely low on health. Really was able to get a heal there. And Sergeant Hammer got that ability where she's able to regenerate almost instantly, so that's very good. Especially when your team is in a losing position. These siege golems, they actually outrange the core, so they're sitting here doing lots of damage. Was able to take the shield off and another 1%, so that's very good for them. Another tribute here. I think blue team's just going to grab it. As much as it would help red team, there's nothing they can do. They're too focused on making sure their core doesn't go down the final couple percent. And they say, hey, we're here. Let's grab the knights. Why not? And can they do it? Yeah, they do. Zagara with another excellent pull was able to get the follow there. You know, you'd like to get more than one. Sometimes you can't. Down goes Rhaegar. Down goes Zagara. And Malfurion's going to try to do something here. But he decides, nope, better off running. So lots of heals happening here from Lily. Good job there. And Zagara just running all those banelings into the core. Can they do the damage necessary here to grab the win? The Knights are going to run in. There comes Chen with the barrel, and down it goes. GG. Very, you know, back and forth in some ways. Like, look at the levels. They're actually, red team is a little bit ahead. The blue team, though, was able to do very good team engagements. And it came down to 4 forts on the blue team, and the red team, obviously, they were all down, and along with the core. So, good job by both teams. I think the blue team was able to do a very good job with regards to zoning and controlling their enemy. Alright, let's take a look at the stats. So, of the 32 kills, they are somewhat evenly spread out here. We don't have one guy in everything, except for Lily, actually. Lily was in almost every engagement there. And same thing on the other team. It's all very evenly distributed. Let's take a look at the healing. Lily winning as we expected. Rhaegar winning as we expected. Hero damage. Vala winning on both siege and hero damage, which I do find surprising. I would expect that Zagar would be ahead in siege damage, but I guess Vala was just in the lanes longer, and that does make sense, because here's the more experience that she was able to get there. Sergeant Hammer, not surprising, but I am surprised that it is that much siege damage done by her. So, very good game, guys. I don't think that, if I were the red team and I lost, I don't think that I would feel too bad about it, because it was a solid game. So, thanks for sending that in. Remember, guys, if you have replays and you want them casted, send them to BuddhaBelliesReplays@gmail.com. I'll get them there, and we'll go ahead and cast that. I can't say it'll be right away. I am trying to get these done somewhat consistently, but we'll get to them when we get to them, I guess you could say. So, thanks for tuning in. If you liked it, like it, comment, subscribe. Every little bit helps, and we'll see you guys next time.